Research communities. Join forums for support and ideas. Join research communities. Get support and spark ideas for Chapter 2 writing. Chapter 2 of your thesis, also known as the Review of Related Literature, RRL, can feel like a solo mission. You're reading journal after journal, synthesizing dozens of studies, and trying to draw connections without much outside input. It can be overwhelming, confusing, and sometimes isolating. But you don't have to do it all alone. One of the most underused but powerful strategies is joining research communities. Forums, academic groups, Facebook groups, Reddit threads, Discord servers, and even LinkedIn networks where students and professionals exchange ideas, tips, and support. Why join research communities? First and foremost, research communities give you access to real-time guidance. Instead of spending hours trying to understand how to synthesize literature or structure your themes, you can ask someone who has done it before. You'll get practical, first-hand tips that textbooks and manuals don't always provide. For example, a PhD student in a research group might share how they managed to cluster 40 articles under 3 clear themes using mind mapping tools. Something you might not have thought of on your own. These communities also help clarify doubts that your advisor may not be immediately available to answer, wondering if a specific article from 2005 is still relevant. Someone might comment, "Yes, that study is a seminal work and is still widely cited today." Simple, fast, and confidence-boosting. What kind of community should you join? There are several types of research communities. Facebook groups. Look for groups like Thesis Support Group, Academic Writing Help, or subject-specific communities like Quantitative Research Philippines. These groups often have thousands of members who post questions, sample outlines, or even tips on formatting. Reddit communities. Subreddits like ROArch, Ask Academia, ROO iGrad School, or ROO PhD are gold mines of real conversations about research frustrations, tools, and breakthroughs. Discord servers. Some servers are specifically designed for researchers. They have topic channels, e.g., literature review, methodology, citations, and you can engage in live discussions or attend virtual writing sessions. ResearchGate and Academia.edu. While primarily for accessing papers, these platforms also allow messaging and following researchers whose work aligns with your topic. University forums or LMS boards. If you're in a university, your learning management system, like Moodle or Canvas, might have discussion spaces for graduate students or thesis researchers. How research communities support. Chapter 2. Writing in Chapter 2, you're expected to organize literature based on themes, variables, methodologies, or chronology. That sounds straightforward, but becomes tricky when you're dealing with dozens of articles. In a research group, someone might post, "How did you handle conflicting results in your lit review?" And you'll see multiple strategies. Some opted to compare findings using a matrix. Others wrote a separate paragraph addressing contradictions. These responses give you options you might not find in a traditional manual. Let's say you're writing about the impact of online learning on student motivation. You're stuck deciding whether to structure your review by theoretical framework or by variable. You bring this up in a group, and a member replies, "I had the same problem. I used self-determination theory as the backbone and grouped studies under autonomy, competence, and relatedness." Boom! Problem solved, and now you have a clear model to follow. Idea generation and topic expansion research communities are also places of idea generation. Sometimes, a peer's comment might spark an angle you hadn't considered. For example, a fellow student in a forum might mention gamification as a factor they explored in their literature review. If you hadn't considered gamification in the context of online learning, you might decide to explore that area, expanding your review while keeping it relevant. Additionally, members often post useful resources, open access journals, databases, like JSTOR or ERIC, or even YouTube channels on thesis writing. These resources save you time and expose you to new academic material that strengthens your Chapter 2 content. Sharing your work for feedback. Another great feature of many research communities is peer feedback. You can post an outline of your RRL, and others might suggest better subheadings or notice that some sources are outdated. In return, you can also review others' work, which sharpens your critical eye and helps you avoid similar mistakes in your writing. Accountability and motivation. Let's face it, writing Chapter 2 can feel endless. Progress is slow because you're reading, analyzing, paraphrasing, and citing. But being part of a research group can give you the accountability you need. Some forums run 30-day writing challenges, where members commit to writing 300 to 500 words a day and share updates. These small goals turn a daunting task into manageable steps. Motivation also comes from knowing you're not alone. Reading. Posts like, "Finally done with Chapter 2," or "Got feedback from my advisor, just a few revisions," can be incredibly uplifting. You realize that others have faced the same struggles and made it through. Things to keep in mind. Of course, you should apply discernment in these spaces. Not all advice will be correct, and some posts may even contradict what your advisor says. Always double-check guidance with your thesis mentor or school handbook. Also, avoid copying content shared in these forums. Use the ideas for inspiration, not duplication. Example of how a forum helped a student. Let's say Maria is writing Chapter 2 on the effectiveness of blended learning in senior high schools. She's confused about whether to include international studies in her review or limit it to Philippine contexts. She posts in a group, "Should I include studies from the US or only local research?" Several members chime in. Start with global studies to show the wider scope, then narrow down to local ones to highlight your study's relevance. Maria follows this structure, and her advisor praises her for clarity and depth. Real value in participation. Engaging in research communities turns you from a passive researcher into an active member of the academic world. It teaches you how to question, explain, and defend your work, all essential skills for your thesis defense. These communities often share sample RRLs, toolkits, or even Zoom invites for thesis webinars. The value you get is incredible. In conclusion, joining a research community while writing Chapter 2 gives you emotional support, intellectual guidance, practical tools, and inspiration. Whether you're a beginner or already deep in the writing process, there's always something to gain. So don't isolate yourself. Reach out, connect, and learn with others who are walking the same path. Start engaging today. Ask a question, answer someone else's, or share a progress update. You never know whose idea will unlock the breakthrough you need. If you find this content helpful, subscribe to stay updated on the next tips for writing Chapter 2. Feel free to comment below with topics you'd like us to cover in future content. Thank you.
Late night coffee cup, minds in a race, staring at the screen, trying to find my place. Outlines messy, deadlines tight, gotta make this thesis shine so bright. Sources, research, writing flow, draft and edit, take it slow. Citations right, no mistakes, one more page, oh for goodness sake. Write it, cite it, don't deny it, every word refine, revise it, step by step, don't lose your mind, that degree's about to shine. Lit reviews long, but I push ahead, methodology's got me seeing red. Data's done, now analyze, find the gaps and theorize. Feedback's in, rush ahead.